Today we're going to talk about how to hack the 10-step Korean beauty regimen. And I've had this request from a lot of people, really because, hi Shar, really because like people find the 10-step regimen, hi Monica, really overwhelming. And because it takes so much time to do, because we have a gajillion things to do, and for those of you who are parents, like you have little kids to run after, and you don't have time to put like 10 things on your face every night, like what you've been asking me for, what are some of the quick and dirty ways I can do it. So I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions today. I want to also reiterate that nothing really compares to doing the whole 10 steps, and it's part of the sabbatical beauty. It's part of our brand that we want you to try to carve out some time for yourself to actually do the whole 10 steps at least once a week. But this is, but for every day, I would say there are a lot of ways that you can get around it. And towards the end, Sherry is going to be posting a link for you to get a free download of one of the possibilities for a very quick and dirty version. Hi Amy, hi Victoria. I'm glad we were able to make it. Okay, so I'm going to give you several suggestions for hacking this 10-step regimen, and like I said, at the end, Sherry's going to be posting a link so that you can actually download a copy of it, and we put out a copy of it on the website, which you can download for, or you can ask us to print you a copy for $1. But since you guys are all here, you can just print it yourself, and it's free, so you don't need anything. Hi Victoria, hi Jill, good to see you guys. Okay, so a lot of you know that the Korean beauty regimen starts off with double cleansing. And double cleansing means first cleaning with an oil-based cleanser, which usually means one of our cleansing balms or our cleansing oil, which is about to be released, and then following up with a foaming cleanser. Now, double cleansing is probably one of the most important things that you have to do, that you should do, because the first step, the oil-based cleanser, removes things like sunscreen and makeup, and really gets all the oil-based impurities out of your pores, which a foaming cleanser can't do. The foaming cleanser, what it will do is to get rid of everything else. So especially if you have oily or acne-prone skin, I would really recommend that you try to do the double cleanse once a day if you can't make it twice a day, especially in the summer, because now we're going to be sweating a lot and we're going to get hot and sticky and sweaty, and the best way to get stuff out of your face is really to do double cleanse. Now, however, the quick and dirty version of the hacking the K-beauty routine would be to not use the double cleanse all the time, but to use a micellar water, a micellar cleansing water just in the morning. So Cindy's asking, do I do double cleanse in the morning too? I would say the quick and dirty version is that you don't. When you're really pressed for time, you don't do your double cleanse, you just use a micellar water. And you probably see micellar waters in CVS or in Rite Aid or in most places. They're basically water with a very teeny bit of cleanser in it, so that you can put it on a cotton pad. You put it on a cotton pad and then you wipe it on your face, and basically your face gets clean and you don't need to wash your face after that. So at Sabbatical Beauty, as you guys know, we have several micellar waters. We have the beauty water, which is our original micellar water. We have our tea tree water, and we have our peppermint water. And our micellar waters are different than other brands simply because most brands, like I said, it's water, a preservative, and a little bit of cleanser. But for us, there's lots of good things in these cleansing waters as well. So they don't just clean your skin, they also tone your skin, they also hydrate and put lots of nutrition in your skin. For example, our tea tree water has tea tree hydrosol and tea tree oil and algae extract and all these things that really help to boost the health of your skin. And they all contain a host of fruit acids that also exfoliate your skin, meaning that it turns over old skin into new skin so that you look younger, more refreshed, all of those good things. So if you don't have time for a full cleanse or a full double cleanse, what you should definitely do is to use a micellar water. You don't need to use ours. I've told you kind of why we chose to improve upon what we see as existing micellar waters. But this, our micellar waters or any micellar water is a really, really good fast cleanse. So just put a little bit on a cotton pad, swab it all around your face. You probably see like dark, junky stuff come off. And then you're done. That's basically it. So that's really easy. So step 1 is to use a micellar water. In the regular 10-step, you can actually use this step as a first step cleanse, or you can use it as a toning step, which is after your double cleanse. Irene's asking, is it very gentle? I would say of our 3 micellar waters, the peppermint water is what people tell me is the most gentle. Some people prefer the beauty water, which has lavender and rose in it. Tea tree water, the tea tree beauty water is really good for acne prone skin. So if you have oily combination skin, I would really advise that for your quick and dirty cleanse for the summer. Okay, so step 1. Step 1 was micellar water. Step 2 is to just use 1 serum or facial oil. Yeah, so you, instead of layering many things, choose either a serum or a facial oil that is going to multitask a lot, be really good for your skin by conjoining all these different things together for you. So my recommendation for 99.9% of you who are not sensitive to this product would be everybody's favorite, the Dorian Gray serum. This is my favorite. This is my favorite classic product. I think this is everybody's favorite classic serum. So this will be your second step. The reason why I suggest Dorian Gray for everybody is because it contains retinol in it, and it contains a lot of other really good things in it for you, like yeast extract, like what is in Dorian Gray? Do you remember, Sherry?
There's some retinol in there also.
Yeah.
Maybe elderberry?
No, that's not in Dorian Gray, but it's in other oils though. Yeah, so while Dorian Gray has there's ceramides in it, and there's Centella asiatica in it, which is also known in South Asia as gotu kola, and it's really good for healing inflamed skin. So basically I recommend Dorian Gray because it works really well if you have aging skin. It also works really well if you have acne prone skin. So it covers like a broad spectrum of like young people who have more acne problems. Hi Lisa, good to see you. And older people who are starting to get the aging problem. So Dorian Gray would be a really good step, a really good serum that just you could use and you could basically cover everything. And in fact, actually, Dorian Gray has actually been my single serum whenever I'm super busy myself. So that's it. So if you have more oily skin, or if it's in the summer, I would suggest follow your micellar water cleanse with a serum that multitasks and does most things. Or if you have oilier skin, I would say that if you have drier skin, I would say you can use a facial oil like Sleeping Beauty instead of a serum. Amy's asking, would apple or strawberry be good for summer skin? I don't think we have an apple product. Do we have an apple product? I don't think we have an apple product.
We have the apple cider.
Oh, apple cider. I would think so. I mean, I would experiment with what's best for you and try. Maybe one day just one serum is okay. But it is a very individual thing. The reason why I suggested Dorian Gray and Sleeping Beauty is because both of them fight acne as well as anti-aging. So for most people, this would cover most of the things that they need. But everybody is different. Marissa, yes, you can mix the serums together for a single application, but I think they probably are more potent if you put them on in layers. So like wait 10 seconds in between application. Okay, so first step, micellar water. Second step, a serum if you have oilier skin, or a facial oil which does the work of the water-based serum if you have drier skin. Okay, and then your moisturizer. So your moisturizer that we would suggest, for example, for oilier skin would be rose and honey, for example, which is going to be in our this month's subscription box, which is more of a gel-like cream that's lighter weight. If you have drier skin, something like our sake and rice sleeping pack, which is usually the last step, would also be really helpful for your skin. So something like a gel-like moisturizer like rose and honey for your for your skin if it's more oily, and sake and rice, a thicker sleeping pack if your skin is drier. So that's the option. So first option is micellar water. If you have dry skin, it will be micellar water, facial oil, and moisturizer, deeper moisturizer. This is what you would try if you have drier skin. And if you have oilier skin, you would also start off with a micellar water, but a more deep cleansing, like tea tree oil cleansing water. And then you would use a serum. And then you would use a gel moisturizer. Now for those of you people with oily combo skins that like really can't take much in the summer because it's so hot and you're sweating all the time, I have an even quicker and dirtier version for you. So that would be, use your micellar water, okay? And then follow it up with a press serum, like a red wine press serum. The reason why you can do that is because a press serum is really cool. A press serum is actually a combination of both a serum and a moisturizer. So you actually don't need to follow a press serum with a moisturizer. Yeah, Victoria, really. And the reason why it's like a serum and a moisturizer is because with most moisturizers, you can't put all the good stuff in at really high concentrations. And that's why serums are expensive, because it's where you're putting the most stuff in at the highest concentration, the good stuff at the highest concentration. You can't do that for most creams because most creams require heat and require emulsification. And so it just takes a lot of, you can't put so much into it because you got to put other stuff into it to make sure that it works. So a press serum, for example, like red wine press serum or Glow, is emulsified at cold temperatures, so that most of it is the active ingredient. So that way you have the active ingredient and you have the moisturizing effect. So if you have oily skin or you're really super lazy, I've been there, totally feel that. Yeah, so use your cleanse and your press serum. That's all you need. However, what I am going to remind you of is that if this can only be done, I would say, maybe once every morning. I think most of you could get away with it in the morning and then do your double cleanse at night. If you're really tired and you don't want to do the whole 10 steps at night, just double cleanse, then use either your serum or your facial oil and moisturizer. Or for those of you with oilier skins, double cleanse and then use your facial oil. No, oily skin, you should use your double cleanse and then just use your press serum and then you're done. Now the last most important step, okay, and you guys can't forget this, and I know a lot of you really don't like doing this, but you have to really do this, is to follow with sunscreen. Okay, I know we don't make a sunscreen, we don't intend to make a sunscreen containing product for the near future or for the foreseeable future. And if you go to the pin post at the top of the group, I give you my whole list of recommendations of products that Sabbatical Beauty doesn't make. It's one of the items in that pin post. And sunscreens are one of them. So you do need to wear a broad spectrum sunscreen, because for those of you who are especially those of you who are afraid of the signs of aging, there is no bigger preventative than using sunscreen. Nothing better than using sunscreen, including retinol. I don't know why people don't like sunscreen there, but some people I know really just don't enjoy using sunscreen. But sunscreen is your most important step at the end of the day. I mean, if you're doing this at the last part of the day where there's no sun, that's fine. So your 4 steps are micellar water, number 2, serum or facial oil, and then moisturizer and sunscreen. Or you could have your micellar water and facial oil and moisturizer, And sunscreen? Yeah, see, Cindy and Amy just said they don't like sunscreen. Yeah, but that's really the best thing you can do to preserve your skin. Next thing is, if you have super oily skin, then your option could be micellar water, pressed serum, and sunscreen, and you're done. Yeah, so basically I've covered a bunch of different hacks for you. Sherry is going to post a link now for you to get the handout, the free downloadable for what my preferred routine would be. So once you fill that out the form, you should be able to get it for free, or you can also buy it on our site if you want a physical version, and we'll send it to you. Okay, so some of you guys asked me a few questions that you'd like me to cover before I finish. So one of the things, I think it was Amy who asked, how do you know that whether you put on enough product so that you're hydrated and your skin looks good, rather than you have overhydrated and are going to clog your skin, right? So this is a really important question, like how do you know what is not enough and what is too much? I think a very general rule of thumb is whether your skin can absorb all the layers that you're putting on it. So if you put a serum layer on, you wait 10 seconds for it to absorb, and then you put another serum layer on, and then you find that, even though you're waiting maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's not really sinking in. That means that maybe it might be too much for you at this time. So skincare is kind of, I like how Dorothy can put it. So she put it that she sees her skincare as a wardrobe. So just like your wardrobe, you don't wear all the clothes all the time. You don't use all your products all the time. It depends on the weather, it depends on your mood of your skin. So experiment. The best way to try is to experiment. But if you find that products are not absorbing, you're probably using too much. And if you find that your skin feels really tight, like someone's pulling it, then it probably is dry and probably could absorb a lot more. So there's no firm rule of thumb to how much everybody's face can absorb of every product. It's more like we give you a suggestion and you play with it, and people will tell you different things about what they can absorb and what they can't absorb. Okay, so that's how much product to use. It's a really frustrating answer because the answer is your mileage may vary, but the best thing about that is that you get to play and experiment. And how long should you get products? How long should you let your product stay on the skin before moving on to the next layer? And I think this question was asked by Irene Kwong. So this is a really good question. So how long should you wait in between layers? The best answer is you should wait as long as they take to absorb. I know that most of us don't have time though, so I usually give you directions of about 10 to 20 seconds before you move on to the next layer. The best thing to do would be to wait till it absorbs and you don't feel like there is a greasy shine on your skin from the product. And people have asked Irene also asked a question about which product should we use in morning versus daytime, and I think a lot of it is personal preference. A lot of people don't want to use retinol containing products in the morning because retinol makes you sun sensitive. You should always be wearing sunscreen though. So I use retinol-based products in the morning, but a lot of people I know don't. So that's one consideration. Another consideration is whether the product pills under makeup. And some of our products, some people say our products have, they don't work so well with makeup. I think Bright Eyes might be one of them. So other people would enjoy, for example, using anti-aging eye gel oil, which doesn't pill in the morning, and then using Bright Eyes in the evening. So it really depends. It really depends on what your preference is, but like again, as with everything, play around with it and see what you like best. And finally, Victoria asked a question right before I jumped on about how she gets really tired having to double cleanse all the time. I know. I hope that the video kind of explained most of what you need to do, which is like you can blow it off at once a day, maybe not more than a few days, not more than like 2 or 3 days, because you're probably going to find buildup and it's going to erupt in your skin. But you can blow it off for a really quick cleanse and keep your skin in shape by using that double cleanse, by using the micellar water. And you asked a question about our vacuum cleaner oil, which is going to come out in this subscription box, and whether it's going to be easier or less trouble to use in the balm cleanser. I do think that it washes off easier than the balm cleanser, so it's like a lighter cleanse than the balm cleanser, but it's still going to take the same amount of time because you have to apply it to a dry face and then you have to follow with a foaming cleanser. But I would say experiment and then see. So, do you guys have any other questions before I conclude our video today, or comments or anything? You like them both, Cindy? As in you like both methods of... Oh, you like the balms and you like the vacuum cleaner oil. Yeah, I know, me too. Different times require different things, like a wardrobe. Oh, thank you for being here, Dar. So, you guys have anything else for me? I'm glad this was super helpful for you. Oh, thank you, Victoria. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm going to try to do more of this in the future, like give you guys hacks and things like that. So if you have suggestions about what you'd like to see, just leave a comment and we'll try to see. Yeah, see, Shar says that she has double cleanse and now she sees real difference. Yeah, double cleansing is everything. Hi, thanks Irene. Okay, so I'm going to take off now. This video will be available later on. And it was really good talking to you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like to see anything else. All right, thank you. Bye.